salvation cometh not of him that calleth. You didn't get that from me, Paul is saying. I certainly didn't bring it to you clearly and understood. Verse 9, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. And this is very true. You know, many people right away, they'll say, well, it's the leaven that does it. You know, it's Passover, get all the leaven out of your house. And you see what you're doing? You're slipping right back into the old way and tradition. What does leaven then signify? Sin. All it's saying is get the sin out of your house. Not some bread, not some object. It's not going to help your family one iota to cleanse your house of leaven, yeast. That is to say, within bounds of health. But what leaven symbolizes is sin, and if you let in a little bit of sin, and many times people will throw out all the bread, and then they leave the boob tube going with the filth and everything else that is fed into your home, and celebrate Passover. Oh, joy to the world. You know, isn't that great? You know, you have to go by what God's word signifies and what Christ became. And you let in, all he's saying here is you let a little sin and a little of the old teaching in, and just as yeast, when you work up the dough and you put in a little bit of yeast, it's going to go through that whole loaf. And so it is with sin. You let in a little bit of sin and it's going to go through the whole loaf. That's what he's talking about. Stick with the gospel. The gospel is God's spell. It's the good news. And you want to stick with it. Verse 10, we continue.